An interesting implementation question is what the relationship between the system class and the Linux parser namespace should be. So, for example, in the system class, we want to have a function that returns the uptime of the system. And in fact, in the Linux parser namespace, we have a function that returns the uptime of the system. And so there are a few different ways you might approach this. The system class might have a member function uptime that simply is a pass-through, and the member function uptime within the system class might just call the function of the same name within the Linux parser class. And if you did that, then the system would store no data. Or the system class might cache or otherwise save data, maybe when a system object is instantiated, or when an update function is called, or at some other time. The uptime function of the system class object might call Linux parser's uptime function, store the return value of this function, and then whenever a system object has uptime called on it, instead of going all the way through and parsing the whole Linux file system in order to get the uptime, you might just return the locally saved or cached uptime value. You could do it at least one of those two ways, and probably some other ways too. It's really up to you how you want to implement the system object or the system class, and how you want the system class to work together with the Linux parser namespace functions.